Hey, hello everybody. How are you all doing today? Good evening or good afternoon, wherever you're at. Najumu here, and we are here to finally try out Doppelganger. So what is Doppelganger? So this is a visual novel that was released at around Halloween time of last year. And it features these 6 fine gentlemen. So if you're familiar with the Vtubers sphere, you might recognize some of these people. They look very familiar. In fact, they seem too familiar, especially if you're a big fan of Hololive Productions. But they're not exactly who you think they are, right? You may think, oh, these are all the Tempest boys, right? From Holostar ZN. But no. Apparently they are, well, as the title says, they're doppelgangers of the original Tempest boys. And each one of them has a different story or a different route that takes place. And apparently it's pretty grim from what was been mentioned from the store pages, either in itch.io or on Steam. It certainly is very interesting, to say the least. I hope they still have the goofiness in their character. I don't know about that, Alex. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. There could be a chance that's a little bit of their humor is there, but remember, these aren't the actual Tempest members. They look like Tempest, but they aren't Tempest. Well, we'll have to wait and see. So let's start. What is your name? My name is, of course, Sai. Oh, are you sure? Of course, yes, I am. I am Sai. Yes. An empty hall. Or is it more like a cave? Wander the empty space for what feels like an eternity before happening upon 6 doors. You sense different but vaguely familiar presences on the other sides of each. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Somehow, you know that your journey won't end until you've passed through all of them. It may take as long or as little as you'd like, but you must still pick a door. Now then, Sai, which will it be? Oh. Okay. Have the Demon King, Exiled Prince, a Showman, a Karasa Demon, the Huntsman, and then the Abandoned Automation. Alright, so I have a feeling that it might be better to go in debut order for the boys. So let's go for Not Altair first. The Ice Plane of Elysium. After I passed through that door of many in the dark, I'd wound up in an unheard of land called that. I recognized no one. The villagers seemed kind enough, albeit hesitant to step out of line to speak with me. I noticed their looks, though. They know I'm not from here. 3 days spent here, and I'd already heard the barkeep whispering to his regulars. Maybe because of how I'm dressed. Everyone else roaming the streets is so aristocratic, robed in furs and lace. I try asking as many people as I can about the guild hall, but it's no use. Nobody knows what Tempest is. Uh-oh. I forgot about what Tempest is? Oh. I seek shelter from the cold weather in an empty library at the edge of the city. Altair, the leader of Guild Tempest, had always advised me to research before digging too deep into unknown territory. Knowing local dangers, politics, or even just the lay of the land could save your life if you set out on a quest. This is going to take a while. As I make my way through the through the aisles of books, one of them stands out from the others around it. Elysium's Truth, its title. Elysium's Truth? Drawn in by the title inscribed on the spine, I reach for the book. An elegantly dressed man brushes hands with me. Poised and refined, when he looks at me, it's as if he's gazing upon an insect. Wow. Well, I guess they didn't lie if they say he was a demon king. His expression is as cold as the weather outside. But it's a face I'm familiar with. My eyes do a double take over him. It takes a moment for me to comprehend his expression. Altair? He takes the Elysium's Truth book from the shelf first. After lowering it to his side, he passes me a smile. Yes? Though he watches me expectantly, I've realized there's something just a little off. What are these choices? Isn't he taller than Altair? Come on. We're already starting with the short jokes. Yeah, he looks taller than Altair. We're going to choose that. Isn't he taller than Altair? By a couple of centimeters? I check the shoes he's wearing. He'd certainly be taller than Altair, even without the shoes on. See, that's why he's not the real Altair. He's a fake.
What's wrong?
Something wrong? He has the same voice as him. Everything else is right. Yeah, he does have the same voice. I'd often heard this tone from Altair when he worried about me staying up too late studying maps. Maybe he just hit a post-guild anniversary growth spurt? Either that, or I'm just remembering wrong. I just checked. Altair is like 179 centimeters. That's taller than most of my friends. Well, here's the thing, Alex. Altair used to be the shortest when it was just Tempest HQ. Now that Vanguard exists, there are two more shorter people than him. Leon and Haka. And Haka's now the shortest. It's just the platform shoes made him a little bit taller than he is. So yeah, Altair is not the shortest anymore. And even, yeah, 179 centimeters, that's not short. That's not short at all. If you actually saw the 3D collab live with Axel and Altair, when you see them stand beside each other, there's not that big of a difference. There's not that big of a difference, so... People just like to tease him and just call him Short King. Even though he's not really short. It's just like, you know, a friend that we know. You know who he is, Alex. We always call him a tiny man. And he's not really tiny, but we just call him tiny. Did you get taller? I don't think so. Weird. It's just the rest of the boys are bigger. Yeah, pretty much. Scared me. I didn't know where you ran off to, Sai. The guild's really, really far from here. It'll be a while before we get back. He knows my name. Knows about the guild. I'm probably worried for nothing. Like my Halloween costume? Maybe to ease my anxiety, Altair lifts the end of his cape and slings it behind him so it flutters. Come to think of it, my last memories of the real Elysium had been around Halloween, too. It's cool. But it's hard for me to pay attention to something like that. If I'm honest, I don't know where this place is, or how I wound up here. Never seen a place called the ice plane on the maps back in the guild hall. Most people haven't. Guild newbies especially don't get access to those kind of maps. After all, the ice plane's a dangerous place. I'd be crazy to send any of you guys this far out. That makes sense. That makes sense. I was attacked by monsters on the way in. Managed to handle it by myself, though. Must be thanks to your training. No way. That's all you. Don't sell yourself short. I feel less on guard. Any difference I'd sense really must have just been my imagination. Should get some rest before heading back to the guild hall, yeah? If we turn in early tonight, we could just leave first thing in the morning. Altair slips the book we'd both taken interest in somewhere on his person. Is that okay? Don't underestimate Tempest connections. I'll fill the owner on it later. Come on, Sai. Let's go home. Go home? Where exactly is home? Altair and I venture through the ice-playing kingdom streets. He leads the way with his usual charisma, and I follow without thinking. We reminisce about the other members of the guild. He even tells me funny stories one at a time about all of them, sometimes even before I join. The journey doesn't feel long. Before I know it, we stop in front of a castle at the head of the kingdom. Ooh, pretty. Even though it's freezing out here, the gardeners managed to keep the plants green. Yeah. We move, eventually, into the castle itself. Horned guards and servants bow to us as we proceed, hall after hall. Wait a minute, is Altair that much of royalty? I was supposed to be a hero. I guess that really proves that, no, this isn't the real Altair, but we're probably going to see why. Whoa. Well, the interior looks kind of amazing, not gonna lie. Coming upon a throne room, I can't help but feel a bit awkward. In contrast, Altair isn't fazed at all by it. He stays cheerful despite the dreary and intimidating surroundings. It just so happens that I'm friends with the royalty here, but it looks like they're not here. Mind if I go to the servant quarters so I can let them know what's up first? All things going well, we'll enjoy a full 6-course dinner and huge, fluffy beds to sleep in tonight. I'll be right back. Sure, I'll wait here. Cool, thanks. Altair gives me a polite wave and hurriedly turns to head inside. The same moment, the book falls out of his cape without him seeming to notice. I bend over to pick it up off the floor for him. But before I can let him know, he's already left for the hall. I guess I can read through the book a little while waiting since it seemed interesting. Elysium's Truth, huh? He'd been really set on reading it. I opened it to the first page. Prologue, The Hollow Tree. To understand the true Elysium, you must first understand the Hollow Tree. Thinking back on it now, I hadn't seen the Hollow Tree here at all. Shouldn't such a distinct landmark be visible, even from far away? I continue skimming the pages one by one, flipping through. Chapter 1. The Founding of Guild Tempest. Wait a second. This book is... Chapter 4. The Land of Xenokuni. Seems to be an encyclopedia about my home. Our home. Why Why would he be so set on reading about a land he lives in and knows firsthand? He's our leader. He's the one who had led so many of the expeditions. Another chapter title towards the end catches my eye. Chapter 10. Return to the true Elysium. Return? As in, we're not already there after all? Don't scare me like that. I jolt and drop the book when he suddenly comes back into view. Oh, he doesn't look happy at all. Whoops, forgot my book. I'll need to take that with me. Altair crouches to collect it from the ground. As he dusts the dirt off its surface, I collect my breath. What's so special about this book, Altair? It's the only copy in existence. A deep read on the world we live in and its secrets. Don't you ever wonder about parallel worlds? I look at him for a long time. It's like his eyes see straight through me, like they see something that I don't. Not really. You mean you never wondered what another you might be like? I just try to take things day by day. I've got enough to deal with. It's not like guild life is always rainbows and daisies. You know that better than anyone. Oh, I can't choose this again. I guess I'll say, don't worry, I don't want it. Don't worry, I don't want your book. I just want to know where I really am. Silly sigh. We're in the ice plane. It's a dangerous land of demons far from Central Elysium. So you grew a couple of centimeters in height and came out all this way in your Halloween costume to find me? Saying it out loud actually makes it sound all the more ridiculous. The boys and I split up. They're checking the other areas like the fire plane, skeleton country. Skeleton country? Wonder if that's where the fans of a certain Reaper live in. That's interesting. The world we live in is bigger than historians ever let on. The land is overrun by corruption beasts. It makes sense that only the strongest of adventurers are able to document and publish their findings in maps. Plenty of people never make it back. Tell me where the hollow tree is. It's too far to see from here. But it can be seen even from Xenokuni. Something so big wouldn't just up and vanish. Not unless we were on another plane of existence or something. Look, Altair, I just want you to tell it to me straight. You're lying to me. What if I told you the reason we don't see the hollow tree anymore is because it doesn't reach this place?
Listen to me.
What if I told you we were in a different world entirely? That the world we're in now is some kind of subworld anomaly. It's temporary and will likely only last for a season. He drops the act. I see it in his posture. He adjusted himself and tried to make himself seem more approachable while acting as the guild leader I know. However, without a faint atmosphere about him, his cruel and regal nature bleeds through without him actively needing to try. I want to know your real name. His eyes weigh the decision, and his eyes pass over me a few times. It's hard to know what he's thinking. Declined. I think you have enough context to make an educated guess. Context how?
Listen to me.
Before anything else, I need something from you. Why should I trust you?
Very well.
Just how much of that book did you read? Altair's look-alike tests me. Not very much, honestly. I was mostly skimming the chapter titles. So you saw it then. Which part? Chapter 10, Return to the True Elysium. I saw that, yeah. The True Elysium is probably my home, isn't it? Where the real Altair is. Real? Crap. Maybe I shouldn't have phrased it. Maybe I shouldn't have phrased it like that. I can't meet his eyes for some stretch of time. Seeming to let what I said pass though, the stranger speaks once more.
Listen to me.
Dear Sai, allow me to make things very clear to you. This book holds secrets that only you, as a resident of the other Elysium, can help come to fruition. Neither Elysium is any more or less real than the other. Despite knowing that, you'd like to see the Tempest members again, wouldn't you? So again, he takes my wrist and pulls me closer. His voice is low and he whispers into my ear, one syllable plucked evenly after the other. I need something from you. And in exchange, I will help return you to the True Elysium once you give it to me. While it's true that I'm called the Demon King by rivaling lands, I can be quite benevolent should one know how to humble themselves and simply obey. Demon King Regis? You're Demon King Regis? Sublime. So you've heard of me through him. Ah, okay. So that's his, yes, because, after Altair's debut, there has been, like, lots of fan art of him being, like, a Demon King and whatnot, especially when pairing him with his sister Kobo. Because both of them were trying to be, like, Demon Lords or Demon Kings. And, yeah, they probably decided, okay, let's actually make him a real thing in this visual novel. Sublime. So you've heard of me through him. I knew there had to be a tear in our worlds by how much often we'd seen each other in our sleep lately. Ah, so he shows up in his dreams. Okay. Well, him and his nightmares. I'm never kind to him. The sadistic smile that spreads across his lips instills a fear in me, like that of a cornered animal. But I digress.
Listen to me.
You will do as I say. You don't have a choice. You will give me what I want. No, it would be a bad idea to hit him. Yeah, run away. All I know is that I'm in danger. I have to get out of here. I'd never guessed that Regis had been real. I struggle out of his grip and bolt for the door as fast as I can. The sounds of my footsteps bounce all about the throne room walls. Anywhere is safer than here. Oh my god, that laughter! Behind me, I hear the Demon King laughing. His laughter cuts short abruptly when the door comes closer into view. True to his demon title, the king commands the attention of all his servants. Enough of this. Guards, to the dungeon. Uh-oh, did we get captured? His laughter is so soft. It's so soft to be scary. Yeah, it's too soft. He's too much of a soft boy to be scary. I'm not sure what happened between then and now. At the mercy of the Demon King's servants, and only guessed that I was knocked out and dragged to the dungeons. It would make sense. The floor under me is wet, hard, and cold. I taste my own blood in my mouth. When I open my eyes, I see the Demon King through the bars watching me. He stares me down from a high place, without compassion or care. The book from the library is in his hand. I think I catch a glimpse of a weapon on his hip. He gives a page in the book one last look over before throwing it away behind himself.
Listen to me.
I need the keys. The what? My voice croaks out, unrecognizable to my own ears. I try to pull myself up, but my body will hardly move at all. The guards must have really let me have it before. The Demon King's gaze falls to where I'm curled. The clicking of his footsteps draws closer to me. I don't crane up to look at him because my head is too heavy for my neck anymore, but I still feel him glaring through me. Ah! The heel of the Demon King's boot comes down to the center of my palm, crunching it beneath his weight. Tears blur my vision while I try to free my hand from under him. He chuckles at me when I do. Without remorse, the Demon King twists his heel further into my palm.
Very well.
We'll have it your way, Sai. I'll play with you as long as you like. After the tendons in my hand give out from under him with a shatter and snap, the Demon King elegantly lifts his foot as if he's done nothing out of the ordinary. Cruelty is as nature to him as breathing is. Hard iron door creaks from above me as I start to sob. The Demon King's figure casts a deep shadow over me when he lets himself into my dungeon cell. Taken from a candelabra just outside through the bars, he tips a burning candle over where I lay on the ground. Oh no, is he going to actually use the candle to like burn my face or try to burn parts of my body? Oh no. Scalding hot candle wax splatters across the side of my face and neck. Oh no. Oh no, that's messed up. I spasm on the floor and try curling into myself to protect myself. The Demon King is not amused with my reaction and drops the candlestick as indifferently as it been lifted. The candle is snuffed out by his still bloody shoe heel.
Listen to me.
I'll sing it again. I need the keys. I don't know what you're talking about. He said it over and over, but I don't know what he means. What keys is he even referring to? Why does he think I have them? Liar. I'm not. Voice strains in a desperate way.
Very well.
You're quite stubborn. We're not finished here until you give the keys to me. My heart sinks into my stomach with dread. My heart sinks into my stomach with dread when I see him draw the weapon from his hip. Oh no, is he gonna cut some limbs? His blade's edge gleams blue, and he brings it down over my side. Blood erupts from the open wound as he pulls it across. Gah!
Listen to me.
The keys. Ugh. The Demon King stabs the back of my arm with his weapon, his expression relaxed. As I roll to try and bat him off me, I see that some of my blood has splashed on his cheek. Oh. Oh, that is that yandere look right there. Stop it! I need to get home. My head is spinning. Little more than a deposit on the floor. I muster all of my strength to try and crawl away from him. I need to get back. To Guild Tempest. Pain. I'm losing the ability to understand what's happening. Is this torture? I can't yet. Oh man. Wow. Is that it? You have acquired one key. Ah, there you are. What? What happened? Hmm. Okay. That's wait, hold up. Return. Wait, am I gonna type my name again? Hold up, I already beaten this. Hold on. Wait, do we have the profiles? Okay. Do I have to type my name again? Let's see. Okay, let's skip. We already got one key. So I guess it's time to go for the next one, right? Okay, so here we go. Exile Prince. Don't get cold feet on me now. I told you what you need to do, remember? You'll need to head into the Demon King's castle and take back the flame shard he's gotten locked away in the throne room. You say like it's going to be easy. Isn't the castle highly protected? The gods aren't the part I need help with. I'm more than capable of handling his whole army by myself. Not to mention my elemental advantage. Exiled Prince dismisses my concern with a flippant lift of his shoulders. After being attacked in a land called the Fire Plane by a horde of other devils, he'd eventually come to my rescue. It's been days now since I passed through that door in the abyss. I'd immediately noticed his striking visual similarity to Axel Sirius, the guild's gladiator, but when I'd asked him about it, he just laughed at me. With a heap of devil bodies lying unconscious at his feet, he'd offered to help me to get home at the cost of a favor. The exiled prince is a laid-back, relaxed, and unsettlingly cunning. Well, I guess that means, like, every route is a fracture in the timeline, in the different timelines, where we get alternate versions of, like, the Tempest Boys, I guess? And we need to collect all the keys in order to, like, find the way back home, maybe? He's the type of person who seems open, but actually keeps many secrets. But I still owe him my life. Besides, it's not like I have any other options. Right now, we're in the Ice Plane, a rival kingdom that's ruled by someone called the Demon King. The exiled prince told me he has a bone to pick with him. Things are getting boring for all of us around here. His commentary snaps me from my thoughts. You mean for the people? I mean for everyone in every kingdom. Even the people who live here in the Ice Plane. What's a little chaos? Everyone loves some excitement. You ask me, even the Demon King would be happy for a challenge. Gives him an opportunity to bare his fangs and play. So, what do you say? I hesitate to respond. I owe this man my life, but I still don't feel the best about being here. It's impossible to feel comfortable getting caught up in some other world's conflicts without any context. The exiled prince recognizes it for what it is. This is the only way to get you back to the world you come from, Sai. I suppose you're good looking enough to keep around my castle, but aren't you worried about getting back to those Tempest people you mentioned? If you humor me, I'll handle the scary parts. All I really need from you is for you to take the flame shot from where the king has placed it. Okay, well, what does the shard look like? It's a huge bright red rock.
You know?
Not so different from than the kinds you see in museums. Maybe about the size of a human brain. That's a very specific comparison. You can hold it in your hands like this. The exiled prince makes a cradling gesture with his hands, as if it'll help me visualize. It's a little weird, and he looks like he's holding an invisible baby or something. Okay, seems simple enough. Okay, so let's pick another choice. Wait a second. You're so strong. Why do you need me to help you? Can't you just go in, take everyone out, and then take the shard back for yourself? Okay, that makes a lot more sense, yeah. You're the guy who, beat up, countless of demons, right? By yourself. You could have done it by yourself. If it were so simple, what use would you... How to put this?
Whatever.
The truth is, Flame Shard's been cursed by the Demon King. Cursed? So he wants me to curse myself then? No way.
Well now.
Hold on there. Before you say anything, you're wrong. The curse only has any effect on the residents of this world. And since you're not, can you really be sure? I doubt you have a way of knowing firsthand. If visitors from the other worlds came in all the time, your kingdom would still be the strongest in the land. Right? I'm only assuming from what he's told me so far. You're a good listener. It frustrates me that he doesn't even seem a little rattled by what I've said.
You know?
But if you want the only answer I have for you, it's because everything that's happened is part of a prophecy. You being here was prophesied hundreds of years ago, when the Fire Plane was still the strongest kingdom in Elysium. The prophecy foretold that there'd be a time where the Ice Plane would overtake our land, in which the Flame Shard would be returned to us by a mysterious visitor not belonging to this world. It's a cool story, isn't it? Not to mention that the fate of my kingdom seems to revolve around you.
You know?
If you ask me, you should be flattered. You're the answer to saving this land from the Ice Plane's corruption. Surely you must feel a little important after hearing all that. Let's see, why do you need it? Oh, we got a key. Why do you need it? Does it do something special?
Well now.
It returns full power and life to the Fire Plane. I appreciate the accent. Well, I'm trying my best to sound like Axel, even if it's not good. You probably noticed that the devils who attacked you when you first got here were incapable of speech or understanding. I do remember that. The devils were humanoid, but hadn't responded or listened to me. They'd been intent on swarming and attacking. As long as the Flame Shard is missing from our kingdom, the devils are doomed to live like that. without thought, incapable of understanding their surroundings. What's this about? Oh, hey Crid, what's up? It's a visual novel about an alternate world featuring 6 characters who are similar to that of the Holostars English Tempest boys, but they're not the same. And apparently we are stuck in a parallel world where we need to get out of here and try to save this world before we get back. Yeah. But you weren't affected. How am I not surprised that you're so skeptical? Doesn't affect me because I'm a royal. Flame Shard is an artifact of my bloodline. That makes some sense. Definitely not as much sense as I'd like it to. So, after you return power and life to the fire plane, you'll be able to return me to my home world.
Yeah?
Right. As then me and my devils will return to our usual magical potential. Devils tear through the realms all the time. It's a piece of cake for us. Anyway, let's not beat around the bush. It seems more promising than roaming the world aimlessly and making an enemy out of the fire plane's ruler. What other leads do I have? Reluctantly giving him a nod, I follow the exiled prince into the castle. The exiled prince hadn't lied about his battle prowess. Fearlessly and without care, he'd taken out one guard after the other. In a devastating combination of fire magic and physical combat, he'd proved himself a force of nature. He really hadn't needed my help when it came to a fight. Why do I feel disappointed? Maybe deep down, I'd wanted to help more. Or had I wanted to swing my fists too?
Oh, nice.
Exciting, see?
Well now.
This way. We're almost there. With the exiled prince wiping out the entire castle in the Demon King's absence, there's no one left to interfere. The flame shard is now in plain sight behind the throne, protected by the sigils that float around it. Is it true that only I can touch it and walk away unscathed? If so, only moments away from securing my way home. I turn and look at the exiled prince as he approaches behind me, smirking and wiping the blood from his knuckles.
Well now.
I'd expected a bit more fun than that. I suppose it's always been the king himself who'd put up the most fight. My eyes are drawn back to the flame shard. And without the prince egging me on, something inside me urges me to take it from its place. Maybe it really had been fate for me to take it. Okay, let's try and take it and see what happens. I'll do it. It takes me a moment to swallow my fear, but I trust my intuition. I anticipate the worst. I wince and anticipate that I'll be burned, but to my surprise, my fingers slip through the sigils. I clasp the flame shard in my hands. Now, I'm not looking at him. I can feel the exiled prince's excitement bubble up behind me. See now? That wasn't so bad. I withdraw the shard and pull it to my chest. Oh wow, everything seems a little bit different in terms of colors. Now it's more flame-like. Okay. The very same moment, the icy castle seems to thaw all around us.
Oh, nice.
Ah, that's our cue. Should be getting back to the fire plane. What's happening? No time for that. Let's go. The floor begins to shake beneath our feet and I stumble. Right. Whatever going on is dangerous. And a little exciting. What's this feeling? As the prince and I make our escape from the ice plane castle, I feel the warmth of the flame shard spread as if it's flushing through my veins. As if the ice plane's impending demise is... as if the shaking of its very foundation is a little fun to see. Beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, actually. Yeah, it is. I don't understand why I think so. We reach the fire plane. Back in the safety of the prince's castle, time finally seems to catch up to us. After taking the flame shard back into its place, hidden deep in the dungeons, the exiled prince returns to my side with a big smile on his face.
Oh, nice.
Home sweet home. And with that, everything is almost back in order. My kingdom was starting to crumble. Is that right? I need to confirm. Something like that. More important than that, it's reverting to its original state. It was part of the fire plane before the Demon King took over. Just have to wait for now. See what the Demon King does. What was it like before? I can't help but be curious. I want to know more about why he's so set on getting back the Demon King. It's a lot more fun compared to what it's like now. My old man was the last king of the fire plane before the Demon King offed him. His father was murdered? I can see why he'd hold a grudge. I'm really sorry to hear that.
Huh?
Oh, right. Humans think that sort of thing is sad. He raised you, didn't he? Nothing like that. Be honest, I was kinda happy when he died. And he admits something like that so openly. I feel myself frowning.
You know?
What? It's the truth. More room for me to have fun that way. Don't act like it's such a bad thing. I don't even know how to reply. So this is really how a devil prince thinks. Exhaustion is beginning to catch up with me. But I can't let him forget about our deal. Now that it's over, we should rest up for the night. Go ahead, make yourself comfortable. Stand my ground. I'm not staying any longer than I have to. Tomorrow, we're going to use the flame shard to get me back to my world. Understood?
Sure. Okay.
No need to be so tense about it. I'm a man of my word. Should scurry off now. It's been a long night,
You know?
But I guess we could make it even longer if you're stubborn and want to. How do you feel about sharing with others? What? Sharing what with others? You? What? No, don't make it weird. I'm going to bed. I can't believe this. Suit yourself. Good night, Sai. With that, I make a hasty exit. After winding down and when I lay in bed, I keep thinking about the ice plane. What happens to it from here? Should I have helped? Whatever. What happens in this world is none of my business because I am not part of it. I just need to get back to the guild.
Well now.
Now that Sai's out of my hair, flame shard is all mine. Too easy. Time to take it all back. I'm up bright and early that morning. I searched the castle premises for the exiled prince. I can't find him anywhere. Check the outside. There's a chance he's outside somewhere. Wasting no time, I make my way out. But he isn't here. What am I supposed to do? Check on the flame shard. My gut tells me maybe I should check on the flame shard. After descending down to the dungeons where I remember he placed the shard. Wait, where'd it go? It's gone. Is it stolen? Or did he take it somewhere else? Former makes more sense. Maybe an enemy had infiltrated overnight and he'd left to chase them down. I need to find him. I leave the castle. Streets are littered with devils invigorated by the return of the flame shard. Their nature is still volatile. At least they are capable of understanding me now. What the exiled prince had told me seems to be right. Hopefully things are okay. The flame shard stolen from the ice plane, just what kind of future remains for this world? I try not to worry too much about it. I also try not to feel too responsible. After a full day of searching for him, I find the exiled prince emerging from an underground stairwell. Behind him, some music is leaking through the cracks of what seems to be like a club or bar door. Where were you? Does he even know the shard is missing? The flame shard is missing.
Sure, okay.
No, it isn't. It's missing from the dungeon. I checked while I was looking all over for you. Did you forget what you promised? You're supposed to open the realm to send me home today.
Yeah?
Ah. That's all he has to say for himself? About that. I lied to you. My world goes still. He what? I don't want to believe him. Now's not the time to play around.
You know?
No one here has that kind of power. Not even me. Actually, I'm pretty surprised. He went along with everything I said so easily. Because he helped me. Because I thought he'd take me home. You think I'd really care about whether or not you got home?
You know?
You'd be more on your toes. This is my fault. I'm not stupid. It wasn't stupid for me to believe him. Devils like me take advantage of naivety. It's nothing personal. Just part of our nature. Oh my god, look at that laugh. It's personal. You owe me. You made a deal. Once he reaches me, I shove him back into a webbed fence that lines the street. He's so unbothered all of the time. I just want to break his face. Be fun to break his face. I raise hell and attack him. Probably wouldn't be a good idea, but we'll see what happens. I clobber him with my fists, even as I hear him chuckle at me all the way. There's no way it doesn't hurt. Even if he is acting unfazed, I know my own strength. I want to hurt him. I want him to pay for deceiving me. What's the point of all of this? He just wanted to use me? I hate you. Take me back to Tempest. Take me back or give me the flame shard back. Whoa! As I throw my arm at him, he catches my wrist and pulls it close to his chest. Oh, should clean up that drool on your face, not Axel. From beneath, I feel heat surging through my body. It's the same way it felt when I'd... No, don't tell me. Flame shard's right here, Sai. Right where it belongs. He squeezes me gently. The warmth of the flame shard pulses with the rhythm of his heartbeat. So he has one. I don't know what it means. What does this mean for me? My body is shaking. His blue eyes rake over my expression, and his head inclines as if drinking in the sight of me. And I think you're right where you belong, too. I didn't force you to do anything. Saw it in your eyes. Just like me now. I don't know what you mean. The prince runs his tongue over his teeth carefully. It was exciting. You liked seeing the ice plane start to crumble. It's okay to say it, because we're the same now. You touched the flame shard, and now you're a devil just like us. My fingers curl against the fabric of his jacket. What's your name? Something's gonna happen. Oh yeah, something is definitely going to happen. It's Sirius. The name is familiar and foreign to me at the same time. Didn't think you'd tell me. Told you because you're a devil now. And more importantly, you're my new partner in crime. Ah, the sounds of screams. How beautiful the other Elysium had been that evening. On its last evening standing. As Prince Sirius and I watched our world burn to a crisp, we reveled in the chaos together. And at that moment, I knew I'd found a new home for myself. I'd start a new one. A world far more beautiful than what I had before. Well, you have acquired 2 keys. Okay. Wow, that ending turned out to be pretty slightly spicy. But it definitely seems like it's an Otomi VN, because once you see the hand that was holding Axel, not Axel, it has nails. It has like nice long nails, so it's definitely was made for girls in mind. But you know what? Everyone should appreciate this VN. So doesn't matter. Okay, now next up is Gavis Bettel, or not Bettel, or Betty, or Guma Bagel, or Gargantuan Butter, or Garbage Bin, or German Brazilian, or whatever names that he has. Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same. That's exactly right. You! Everything ready for tonight's set? It's ready. Great! You finally made yourself useful. We'll be on in about 15, so you better get backstage before then. Don't you have any other stagehands? Wouldn't be in this predicament if I did now, would we? Like, you claim to be the best showman in all of, this place. Elysium. Well, Skeleton Country in Eastside Elysium anyway. This isn't Elysium. Elysium is where the real Tempest Guild members are, and no place called Skeleton Country has ever existed. I know this is a fact, but it's not worth arguing about. Hello? We have a show to do. Sorry, I know. I just really thought you'd have other people helping. I mean, I used to, but none of them could keep up. Keep up? Oh, he's obviously talking about Jerry. Rest in peace, Jerry. See the skeletons littered around the room? It'd been the first thing I'd noticed. The showman notices I'm watching him. After making his way to one of the femurs on the ground, he gives it a hard sweep with the edge of his boot. The bone goes airborne in the same motion, clacking noisily against the dressing room wall upon impact. You feel gross watching him. Hard not to. There's the guys that couldn't do their job, so you best not test me and wind up one of them. Wow. Not Petal actually sounding like a psychopath. I mean, he kind of is a psychopath, but you get what I'm saying. His laugh comes so naturally at the suggestion of murder. As I watch his shoulders shake, I feel as though I'm suddenly watching our interaction from outside of my own body. My gut had been right. The bones aren't props at all. They really used to belong to somebody. You said when we first met that all the people in this area are skeletons. And skeleton country. Nice to know your ears work. So skeletons can die? It doesn't make sense. Nothing here does. Shouldn't surprise me at this point. We're all just skeletons. You're a skeleton too. Escapement is about as helpful as I anticipated from. The showman waves his hands flippantly. It's clear to me that I'm absolutely dispensable in his eyes. Guess I'm just another sack of bones. My life is a joke to him. Don't make brain-dead faces like that. People will know you don't know what you're doing. Hear me? You got a stage waiting for us. Okay. Could you tell me what I have to do for the show again? I see his expression flatten. Seems like he isn't too pleased, I asked. How many times have we gone over this? I think I overheard you going over it with someone else before. This is the first time for me. Ah, you mean that wasn't you this morning? Does he not distinguish one person from another when he's talking to them? No, it was just some person named Jimmy. Jimmy? Jimmy? I know there's another... I know that name is very familiar. Jimmy? KFB Jimmy? Whoa. Yeah, nah, probably isn't that Jimmy. Jimmy. Jimmy's mom. He suddenly gets very still at the mention of the name. It's unsettling. Then again, had the real Bettel had a situation with someone whose name started with a J before? Oh yeah, that's the exact same person. I think I remember something happening back during his first mass show. Whatever is going on now seems like something karmic at this point. I like the little references that they have to their streams, or to the stuff that happened in their streams. This is pretty cool. Listen, your job is to go out there in your fluffy little costume and two-step. Oh, he's just doing a two-step. Nothing fancy, just a 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2. It's simple enough choreography. Either it's simple or the showman makes it look so. Got that? You need me to do it again? Just smile, do that, and we're gold. I think I can handle it. And hurry. Let's get out on stage. To the stage. It's about time for the show, whether I like it or not. Don't want to end up like those broken skeletons of the dressing room. After tugging on the ends of the costume gloves I've been forced to wear, I reluctantly follow the showman to the stage. Oh, that's a messed up stage. Look at those bones. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's me! Wait, he's already started? I'm not even on stage yet. I frantically hurry to the wings. I try joining Bettel's doppelganger on stage and find no one's watching him. There's nobody in the audience. Yeah, even Bettel's doppelganger has crappy luck. Totally fitting. The showman has his arms splayed out wide and his head lifted high, but it's not a single person here. Nobody has come to see his performance. They see some panic flash in his eyes before he cuts the painful silence short. Crap! 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 Why? His voice cracks with frustration as he stomps with his heel once like a child throwing a tantrum. His fingers clutch the ridges of his top hat. It was tonight, wasn't it? I come out to my spot and join him properly. Yeah, it was. February 21st, 2117. No mistake. Where are they? Was there anything else going on in Skeleton Country today? Anything else? Don't be stupid. My show is the most important thing there is for anyone living here. They know what will happen to them if they skip. I remember the skulls and bones littered around the dressing room. In any case, I should try calming him down. Where I come from, people have other obligations. Aren't your expectations unreasonable? I don't remember asking. He's so self-absorbed. It's like I'm not being heard. I mean, if you don't want to listen to me, there's not much more on it I can say. Stay mad, I guess. Yeah, stay salty, brother. Well, I thought for sure there were at least 3 other skeletons still around to come. 3 is not a big number. Well, that's all that's left. Is there a skeleton birth rate problem or something? I'm still new here, so it's not like I'd know. Skeletons can give birth? I thought skeletons don't have reproductive organs because they're just bones. And yes, we have another birth mention. God damn it, I can't get away from birth mentions. It's not a birth rate problem. There were plenty of skeletons living here before. Now there aren't any. And take it from me, the ones that aren't here anymore weren't worth having around anyway. I don't think that's something you can just decide. Look, they had a chance and they blew it. Just believe me. The dwindling skeleton population. Is it this guy's fault? About what you said before. Did you say that we're all skeletons? And? But you're not a skeleton. You're the only one here with skin, hair, muscles. Beside me, that is. Besides, those things doesn't make me not a skeleton. I'm only in this way because... Actually, you know what? It's none of your business. I got a show to do. You don't have an audience. You don't get it. There will be a show. There has to be a show. Because I have to do a show. Demanding it as such, he raises his voice loud enough for it to reverberate against the empty seats. His eyes jerk about the stage in an erratic way. Maybe that got revived. Yeah, perhaps. Could be a chance. I don't really understand where he's coming from. Some part of him seems afraid. Why would he be so stubborn about performing, even if no one's come out to see? Get in the front row. What? Just get in the front row. Okay. Maybe this is the life I'm doomed to lead now. Or I just submissively do whatever this crazy guy tells me to. As I take a seat in the front row, I can't help but be reminded of Bettel's rehearsals back in the Tempest Guild Hall. Those times had been much more of a two-way street than this. Bettel had always understood the importance of keeping his audience happy. And even though the showman guy looks just like him, Their motives for being on stage couldn't be any more different. Wow, a crowd of one today. You really came out all this way to see me? I've snapped from my thoughts by a blinding spotlight that finds its way to me. Squinting through it, I still can't see anything. Only those rainbow swirls you sometimes see when you shut your eyelids while busy. Yes, sure did.
Oh yeah?
And what's your name, traveler? Oh, I realized he never asked me until now. It's Sai.
Oh yeah?
Crazy stuff, Sai. Where'd you come from? Also, that voice sample? Yeah, was pretty good. Totally battle. My eyes are adjusting to the light. I don't have to squint so much. The real Elysium. I'm a member of Guild Tempest. Even from down in the audience, I search the showman for any semblance of recognition. Like maybe some of Battle is trapped in there somewhere. I'm not met with any success though. He laughs my answer off, as if he'd hardly heard it at all. You heard that? Sai says there's a guild called Tempest in Elysium. Where did the laugh track come from? Turn in my chair to check, but the hall's still empty as it was.
How about this?
Anyway, how about you do a little dance? Pink smoke bursts from the ground. The showman is suddenly wearing tap shoes. He begins to shuffle. He builds a quick rhythm, feet scuffing against the stage with the finesse of someone who's taken lessons their entire life. I hate to admit it, it's not bad. I would think even the real Gavis Battle can tap dance. Okay, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna cheer for him, we're gonna boo for him, or do nothing. I don't know, because you know, this not battle is kind of an asshole, so I think we just could say like boo him and see what happens. Probably throw some tomatoes at him if we can. Boo. An impulsive and sadistic urge to boo him rises from me, maybe out of my baser instincts. It's too bad my tomatoes aren't here with me. Yeah, see, that's also kind of a reference to his debut stream, where he gets pelted by tomatoes from the audience, and eventually a bomb gets thrown at him, and, well, you know, he explodes, but doesn't die, though. Jerry does, though. Rest in peace, Jerry. Boo! Boo! I give him an aggressive thumbs down, and I see his smile crack beneath the pressure. Even more motivated to impress me, he doesn't give up. Anyway, why did I do a little dance? Like for sure. Nah, sorry, Crid. I want to punish this guy because this guy is kind of a jerk to me. Pink smoke bursts from the ground, and the showman is suddenly wearing tap shoes. He begins to shuffle. He builds a quick rhythm, feet scuffing against the stage with the finesse of someone who's taking lessons their entire life. Wait, are we repeating this again? I hate to admit it, but it's not bad. I don't think even the real Gavis Battle can tap dance. We're gonna get removed from life. Yeah, I think it will loop until we have to cheer for him. Yeah, woo, yeah. Oh yeah, it's that yeah, woo, yeah is something that Haka usually says. Anzuin Haka, one of the Tempest Vanguard members. Do nothing. I wanted to do nothing, but doing nothing is kind of boring. Don't you think so, Crid? It's kind of boring. So I'm not about to be a bad sport about this. The guy is talented. I wonder how many people asked Battle if he can tap dance after playing the game. That's actually a good question. That's actually a good question, Alex. They probably did ask him to tap dance. Maybe when he gets his 3D, hopefully, he'll probably tap dance. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward for the Vanguard Boys 3D. Now that the Tempest HQ has gotten their 3D, it's only like a matter of like months until we see Vanguard getting their 3D debuts. The showman seems delighted by my response. He does a twirl.
How about this?
Anyway, how about I do a little dance? Wait, again? Again? Oh, shoot. Well, Crid, I guess we're gonna do nothing. As I study it, I realize that something's missing from this performance. I don't do anything. I just stare. The sound of his tap shoes gets faster and faster. He's doing all sorts of stunts, handstands, and flips. But I just don't care. This performance doesn't make me feel anything. Enough of that, yeah? There it is. That scared sound in his voice again. Is he okay? Blink of an eye, his tap shoes disappeared in another puff of smoke until he's back on his regular shoes.
How about this?
Knock, knock. I remember that I'm the only person in the audience. Who's there? I'm Justin. You're Justin who?
Ta-da!
I'm just in your bathtub, naked, so don't call the cops. What the hell? Huh? Excuse me, not Bell? I will call the cops. I will call the cops. What the hell, not Bettle? Huh? Yeah, I'm not laughing at this. I didn't laugh because it's not funny. The showman watches me, stretching the beat and waiting for me to digest his punchline, but I never do. I'm tired and I want to go home. It's not funny. That one wasn't funny, huh? Yeah, I didn't think so either. He laughs to fill the space. I don't budge. I can't win them all. You'll like this next one, I swear.
How about this?
Watch me swallow this whole walking cane. He pulls a wooden cane from the thin air, unhinges his jaw, and inches it forward little by little. Don't respond. I watch him swallow the entire cane. My costume's getting kind of itchy, so I scratch myself. After that, I see him start to panic. He hasn't admitted it, but it seems like my reaction to this performance is more important to him than I thought. Sigh. Hearing my name from him, remembered for this long, makes me a little nervous. Might be the only person whose name he's ever remembered. Well, what is it? Aren't you even a little entertained? Not anymore. Everything becomes still. Showman watches me for a long time. No. Sorry. No. He really needs to get some new material. I know, right? No. He begins tromping down the stage and towards me. You can't not be entertained. Don't know what that means. The showman grabs my face and shakes me around like a baby rattle. Doesn't mean anything if you strong arm it out of people. Are you stupid? It does. It does. His voice is strained. There's something dark beginning to stir. That the realm is beginning to split. And just as I notice it, the showman does too. He pulls my head against his chest and begins to sob. Ah! His arms are trembling around me. He's clutching for dear life. My gut drops, and I know we've reached a point of no return. Hurry up, damn it! Be entertained! You're not listening. Better be entertained or else. Ah! His fingers claw through my hair. As he pulls on my ears, I push him off with a grunt. No! When I open my eyes, I understand what he's so afraid of. Ghastly skeleton hands from the shadows rake and tear at anything they can. Showman's eyes, terrified screams, echo louder than any applause that might have ever filled this venue. His cheeks are wet with tears. The skeleton hands pull him back towards whatever black abyss they dwell in. Idiot! This is all your fault! Any pride the showman had has been completely thrown away. Desperate to live, the showman throws a hand out for me, still trying to grab at whatever he can. Give you a purpose, a place to be, and this is how you return the favor? How dare you! I think of how terrible he'd been to me and the others around him. How many of us had he made so miserable? This is his punishment. But I still can't decide how I feel. Yeah, that's a scream, all right. Before I can react properly, the showman's throat gives one last wet scream. He's enveloped by the skeletons. They suck him back into the dark. I'm left there alone in the audience, surrounded by no one, with no one on the stage. I belatedly realized what's happened. The showman is dead. Yeah, he's dead. Uh-huh. Now this is entertainment. This is entertainment. I'm entertained. Yeah, that's it. You've acquired 3 keys. Okay, now let's move on. Next up, I'm gonna go by debut order. So we either turn into a monster or die, seems like. Yeah. Yeah, we either turn to be like a monster or just die, get taken by the skeletons, like Not Battle did. Alright, next up in the order of debut is Not Flayon, Abandoned Automation. Rain slips through the green foliage above me. It falls and patters against my skin and hair. As my clothing starts clinging to me, the air around is rich with the smell of wet leaves. It's not bad. Strange. I can't recall what happened between when I'd stepped through the door and now. Perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Of course, the way back to the Tempest Guild Hall wouldn't be as easy as going through the right door. There's no point in sulking. May as well try my best to figure out where I've turned up. I know it's a forest, at least. Then again, I know a lot of forests. I'd never been good with distinguishing one from the other. All trees look the same to me after a while. Only I were Machina ex Flayon. The guild's pilot always seemed able to memorize landmarks without trying. He rarely needed to check his maps after an initial expedition. I always reached out to him when I found myself lost somewhere. Oh, there's an idea. I think to check my communication device and contact him. Come on, Flayon, pick up. Rat, failed signal. You've got to be kidding me. Give it another try. Failed signal again? I hear something or someone approaching, but have no weapon. Turning to face the source, I raise my fist in case I need them. But what do I see? But when I do, I see someone familiar. Red hair dripping and close to his face. Leon seems to have found me here in the woods. It's you. Where'd you go for so long? Waited here for years and years. Thought that maybe you wouldn't come back for me. But it's really you.
How beautiful.
I'm so happy I could die, Master. Are you Flayon? Flayon, is that you? If this is Flayon, something is very wrong with him. The smile on his face dims. It's at this moment that perhaps both of us realize that we've been mistaken. That has to be the reason. The disappointment is showing on his face. Flayon is... I see him hesitate. Flayon's name means something to him, but I don't understand. Flayon's dead, Master. You yelled at me. You said you won't call me by his name anymore. Because it hurts when you do. Breaks your heart, remember? And you having a heart is what makes you human. You said that you were different from me because I can understand your pain. That's what you told me. I did? What the hell is he even talking about? There's no way I could just forget Flayon dying. It's impossible. Right? Does calling me Flayon again mean that your heart is fixed now? That must be why you came back. No. You're not Flayon. I'm sure about this part. You said you waited here for years and years? How long have you been by yourself? I don't think I'm the person he means by his master, but I still need to try and figure out more about where I am. Anything helps. I lost count. You left me here for a long, long time ago, so I can't remember. Sorry, but there's no way. Leon's lookalike seems unhappy with my denial. He won't let me have this. He stares at me as if I'm lying to him. Fine. What makes you sure it was me? Your name is Sai. So I was right. It could still be a coincidence. I refuse to believe I'd do something so cruel. I'd never abandon anyone in the woods like this for who knows long. I don't blame you for what you did, Master. After all, you're the reason I exist. There's such finality and weight to what he says. He believes to be the bottom of his core that I'm his master. What does he even mean by that? I only feel more confused than I did before. You have the wrong person. I'm sorry. There's just no way. You created me.
Really?
Did you really forget? There are reasons beyond simply forgetting that make his claims impossible. That's just the thing. There's no way I could have created you either. I should watch my words. According to him, he and his master had approached this subject in the past. There definitely seems to be an underlying complex. I hear his joints make a rickety sound when he shifts his stance across from me. This person is not human. He is completely mechanical. I just don't have those sort of skills. No reply. As I wait for one, I realize that the rain has lulled to a stop. The automation still stares at me, as if I've broken something in him. Nothing left to say, I give an awkward nod and try to find some good timing to make an exit. Good luck finding Sai, okay? I mean it. I avoid meeting his gaze as I turn to leave. The very same moment, the automation suddenly breaks the quiet.
No.
He can't. Oh. Oh, shoot. Wow. Yeah, that is a super convincing no. Yeah, Flay is pretty amazing with his VA. Like a few days ago, someone clipped a part of his stream with Octavio playing the House of Fata Morgana, and he was doing the voice of one of the characters in the VN, titled known as the Beast, and wow, his delivery is insanely good. Don't leave me anymore. The shouting shoots fear through me. Before I know it, I'm running from the forest without thinking, without looking back. His voice falls further and further away, but I can still hear his mechanical legs creaking and grinding as he tries chasing me. Don't go! I need you to stay with me. Forever. You promised me. I run until I don't hear him anymore, and eventually come to the edge of the forest. I seem to have lost him. It's still difficult for me to feel uneasy. The automation may not be human, but he still sounds like it. No, I can't think about that anymore. I can't afford to feel guilty over something I didn't do. My eyes search the clearing for any signs of shelter. In the far distance, I can see a greenhouse and a small chateau side by side. Where should I go from here, I wonder? Ask the chateau owner for information? Asking the chateau owner for information seems like a good idea. Once I know about where I am, I should have a better understanding of how to get back home. I sneeze. In the moment that follows, I realize that I may be getting sick from the rain earlier. Serves me right, I guess. Timing couldn't be worse. I feel chills beginning to develop, but I can't afford for that to slow me down. I should be on my way. Without looking back, I trudge to the chateau in search for some answers. Oh, there he is. When I finally reach the chateau, I find that the door is unlocked. The door is unlocked. Hello? I try calling into the foyer, but nobody seems to be home. I take a nervous step inside, lingering near the door. Anybody here? It's as I call out again that my elbow sweeps a crumpled note from its place on a side table by the door. Yeah, why am I so clumsy? I crouch to return it to where it had been and see, I'm going home. Don't follow me. From Sai. This is my own handwriting. Does that mean the automation's creator is actually... Oh. I feel like I'm going to be sick. Oh. Of course you'd come home. I know you better than anyone else. Home? I'm so lightheaded. Close my eyes to keep my surroundings from spinning. The automation moves closer to me. This is your home. When I awaken, I find myself in a room I don't recognize. Somehow, and a pair of cotton pajamas that fit me perfectly. What's happening? You were sleeping for a while. Seems like I can't escape the automation. Do you remember your home yet, Master? Just don't call me that. Just Sai is fine. Anyway, I'm still confused. You carried me back here after I fainted? Where did the pajamas come from? Those are your pajamas, Sai. You pushed yourself outside in the rain, and when you came home, you collapsed. So of course I changed your clothes for you and put you in bed. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, this robot, this fake Flayon is almost as unhinged as the real one. His face lights up with affection and pride. I just feel violated. Does he think I'm going to thank him for that? Don't smile like that. You should have woken me up. I tried, you know, but you didn't wake up. Could leave you there on the ground, wet and sick. You were never happy with me lately. Not then, and not now. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I watch him for a long moment, lacking any words that might comfort him. There is a flat silence in the air before I break it with a sudden sneeze. Ugh. My whole body's fed up with me, and my stomach growls just shortly after sneezing. The automation laughs tiredly. See? Still sick. I should make you food. What do you want to eat? When had I last eaten food? The idea of a home-cooked meal is appetizing, but I can't trust this automation. He's too bratty. What if he tries sneaking something into the food? Let me ask him, are you good at cooking? Are you good at cooking? I am. There's a recipe, or I have one memorized. You designed me to have some cooking abilities because you are good at it yourself. But I don't eat. I'm just very good at following instructions. Enjoying food seems fun. I'm jealous that humans eat. It's just a part of being alive. Being alive seems fun. Anyway, let's see how you resist one of your favorite meals. Wait! Before I can protest, the automation leaves for the kitchen. Looks like there's no stopping him. Without realizing, I fall asleep again. More sleep seems to have helped recuperate my strength. After awakening a second time, I follow an appetizing smell to the dining quarters and see that a meal has been set out for me on the table. It's a hearty-looking Salisbury steak, one of my favorites. As I stare at it, I consider that maybe the automation actually has met some version of me. This place might still be a parallel world or something, right? It'd make more sense as to why I wouldn't remember things, or why everything's so different. I thought you might wake up soon. Are you feeling better? A little bit. That's good, isn't it? I knew you wouldn't have any earlier, but what about now? My stomach growls again. I can't fight it forever. I watched the automation carefully from across the room. As I watched the automation carefully from across the room, I decided to trust him and reluctantly lower into my seat. He hurries to stand up beside me. You need a little drink with it? You need a little drink with it, right? Milk? Juice? Milk is fine. Okay. After the automation provides just about everything I could ever need, I held myself to his cooking. It's delicious. So delicious, in fact, that I practically wolf it down without hardly chewing. It earns me some sort of laughter from him. If the food is poisoned and I die after this, at least it tasted good. That's the dry humor that crosses my mind upon finishing. You ate it so quickly. It was nice. I wiped my mouth with one of the napkins I forgot to put on my lap. Do you want more? I can make more for you if you want. Normally I'd be all down to pick out, but my nerves have been so fried from stress that my appetite is smaller than it should be. I feel uncomfortably full. I definitely ate too quickly. This was plenty. Thanks. The automation seems happy with my answer, and he lowers himself into a chair beside me. You're so stubborn. I'm happy to help, you know. I'm thankful for that. I should head back soon. Now that I'm out of the woods, maybe my communicator has a better chance of reaching the guild Tempest. Failed signal.
Don't leave.
Are you still trying to go home? The automation fidgets relentlessly. No, I still can't make a connection. Whoa. Whoa. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Certainly gets my attention. I look up from my communication device. The automation's eyes are wide and trembling. His expression is difficult to read. There's no point.
I see.
Doesn't matter what I do. You just want things to go back to the way they were, don't you? You know I'm right here and ready to give you everything.
Huh?
What's so great about being human? Is having a heart really so amazing? The automation is looking at me. I don't feel seen. His rage is on the precipice of an explosion. I have to calm him down before that happens. Listen. But I'm too late. From a pocket in his coat, there are pliers in his hand. In one motion, said pliers are clamped down my tongue. What the hell? Not Flayon? Excuse me? I start to bleed. Why the tongue?
No.
The pressure sinks down harder. Metal pinches me tightly. Everything is numb from the adrenaline. Oh, you crazy MF. The automation retracts his hand. Pliers still in them. Oh, it's so bloody. From them he drops a piece of my tongue he torn off on the ground. He tore off the tongue. He just didn't stab it. He just literally ripped it off. Ooh. Ooh. Nasty. Nasty. I brought these from the greenhouse earlier. I had a feeling somehow that I need them. Blood fills my mouth and my eyes well with tears. I watch the automation in horror as he opens and closes the pliers flippantly, as if they're a child's toy.
Don't leave.
I'm not good enough for you because I'm not human. Go on, you can say it. Or maybe you can't now. I'm not good enough for you because we're so different. Because I don't have a heart. The pliers shut in his fist. He laughs at me before plunging them deep into my chest. Whoa. Ouch. Not Flayon is not playing. I scream as loud as I can. The automation fails to react. He keeps muttering to himself. Just think, what if neither of us had hearts? Wouldn't that make us perfect for each other? We'd finally stop hurting. There are definitely better ways to go. Yeah. Definitely better ways to go, but you know, not Flayon is choosing the most unhinged answer. Stop thinking about how I'm not Flayon. I'd finally stop comparing myself to humans. He cranks the pliers back apart and spreads the wound he's inflicted. The blood bubbles through the gaping hole. I'm going to die soon. There's no way I'm going to live through this. Shh. He coos to me as I dry sob. Just be still, okay? It'll all be over soon. The pliers dig further into me, and his other hand is placed on my cheek. His thumb wipes my tears away gently. I only manage a weak gasp. Oh, oops. Sorry. The tongs of his pliers twist and puncture anything they can. Ugh. My sight starts fading. Don't worry. Not this stupid heart of yours ruining you anymore. You'll just be like me. You finally know how I feel. That's why you'll forgive me if I stop it, right? He takes hold of my beating heart in his pliers and bursts a hole in it. This is obviously the most grisly ending. As if you don't know any better.
You're mine.
It make you happier than anyone else.
Don't leave. No.
Don't go.
No!
Don't go, I said. Stay with me forever. You promised you would. Now that is a blood-curdling scream right there. Holy crap. You have acquired 4 keys. Alright. Next up, in order of debut, it's time for Haka, the Karas demon. Took you long enough to return, human. It's been nearly the entire day. And for a moment there, I suspected that you'd attempt escaping your service to me. The offerings you brought back from this place called the supermarket better be the finest in the land. There wasn't a supermarket. There wasn't a supermarket available, unfortunately. And how far we seemed to be in the countryside, there weren't really many options. There was a farmer's market a while away, though. It took me forever to hike back up to the mountain. That's why I'm so late. Excuses. But I suppose I'm merciful enough to put it behind us since you are well-intentioned. He speaks down to me. What I've seen so far might just be a part of how he communicates with the mortal realm. He's a human after all. He's a demon. Pro one at that, locally referred to as a Karas. What I see before me now is a Karasu demon that I'd accidentally summoned when I landed in a parallel world. How it happened is a little embarrassing. But essentially, I wound up bleeding on a statue in another Xenokuni-like place, and had met a Banzoin Haka lookalike there. The demon in front of me doesn't know who Haka is. He's never heard of him. Even after I tried explaining Guild Tempest and Haka's role as an exorcist, I'd been dismissed. It's always like that with this Karasu demon. What's worse is that maybe I'm getting used to it. Well, Rather than me, the Karasu demon is more interested in the groceries hanging from my elbow. Plastic rustles when I set the bags down on the living room table. I'd gotten him an assortment of fruits, vegetables, meat, fish, and dairy products. What had been weird about the farmer's market is that they'd accepted the same currency as back in my homeworld. Convenient. What do you think? He leans forward to peek into the bag. His expression doesn't change. Prepare them for me. Huh? Aren't they fine in how they are? Fruit and vegetables should be fresh.
Tell me.
How many raw food offerings from my worshippers do you think I've tried in my years of existence? These, as they are, bring little value. There's no flavor I haven't tried, and there's not even any crab here. There wasn't any crab for sale. Sorry, there wasn't any crab for sale. We could have checked the water. He's so unhappy about it. Had he really wanted that crab badly? Crab is my favorite food by far. It's been some time since I had any. Humans are so uncreative. And by that, I mean that I will die if I eat another apple. Hold up. This is totally not what I'm thinking about right now, right? I know he's just a demon, but is this a Death Note reference? Because you know, Ryuk is a Shinigami, a death. He's a Shinigami. He's a Death Reaper, and he likes to eat apples a lot. Ohaka seems to be the complete opposite, so I'm pretty sure that's a reference. Do not feed me an apple. Do you understand? Got it. Wait, why am I playing along? There's something more important I should tell him. You asked me to prepare some food, but...
Do tell me.
But what? I feel like you should know that I'm not a very good cook. Weirdly enough, maybe Haka, the one this demon looks like, had enjoyed cooking the most? Then you best learn. In one sitting? Your pathetic mortal struggles do not interest me. I just want to feast, human. It's been years since I've been summoned, and my physical manifestation is hungry. Okay, as long as you're not going to be too hard on me for anything. Fearful of your own incompetence? Fine. If I find myself fond of the taste, then I will not complain. There's a kitchen attached to this living room. I've used my magic so that the stove there should work. That is all. You may go. Looks like I'm being sent away. I take the ingredients back with me and hope that I can remember how to make food. The kitchen is dark, and signs of neglect show on the surfaces of its supplies all around. Ugh. Yeah, this kitchen looks like it has been abandoned for like hundreds of years. Dust, cobwebs everywhere. Is this space really okay for preparing anything? I check the stove, and surely enough, the gas sparks and ignites a fire. Looks like the Karasu demon had meant what he said. Before cooking anything, it takes some cleaning and washing before things seem safe to use. Eventually, once it's all acceptable and sanitary, I return to the kitchen and think of what to make the Karasu demon. Let's make the steak. I can't go wrong with my favorite food, can I? Salisbury steak. Here we go. It takes me a bit to figure out where to start. First, engineering the recipe. Need to make some patties, gravy, and mashed potatoes. Okay, I got this. It'll be okay, surely. Well, here goes nothing. Sometime later, I pulled together an attempt at Salisbury steak. The patties are overcooked and probably dry, but it's fine. That's what gravy is for. At least I'm not undercooking the meat and giving people salmonella like the guild gladiator, right? After trying to convince myself that I did an acceptable job, I bring the meal out to the table in the living room. Slow as always, I see human. Without responding, I place the Salisbury steak in front of him on the table. He looks unimpressed. Majorly so. Hey, what the heck? I worked so hard on these. He could have at least pretended to be a little grateful or appreciative. This is my favorite meal. I tell him this in an attempt to defend my decision. With a sigh, he prods at one of the patties with the prongs of the fork I bought him. The patties betray me in an instant. I guess I hadn't used enough breadcrumbs or egg or something, because they crumble into little crusty meat bits under pressure. And he looks at me. He just looks at me. I can't dismiss it so easily. It might taste good. I insist. Hearing me out for a change, the Karasu demon takes a couple of bites, smearing the broken patties around in gravy. He chews. Wow, they even have munching sounds. Good? I just want this to work.
What's this?
It's terrible. I don't taste anything.
Do tell me.
Did you even attempt to season? Come to think of it. I forgot that part. Whoops. No salt, no pepper. You slacking. Don't ask me how. I'll try something else. Give me a second. I collect the failed dish. Okay, then I return to the kitchen, and I think of what to make the Karasu demon. Okay, we're back here again? Strawberry cake. I like strawberries. I have some here in my stash of ingredients. There are plenty of members in the guild with a fondness for sweets. So it's not unlikely that even a Karasu demon might have a soft spot for desserts. How about making him some strawberry cake? Even if it sucks, it'll at least be cute enough to hopefully invoke a sense of pity. Strawberry cake it is. I prepare it one bit at a time. It looks really good, actually. I might have discovered baking as a hidden talent. You know, I'd love to bake someday, but I do not have, like, the opportunity to do so. Because I don't want to, like, ruin the kitchen or anything. Because it's, like, a shared house here with the family. So maybe if I live alone and have, like, a kitchen, maybe I'll try giving a go, baking a cake. Of course, the first cake I'm going to make is a lemon-flavored cake. Because, you know, lemon with sweets, like I said in my first stream, the best. The absolute best. It's a bit sad that I have no way of photographing this cake before he eats it. But at least I'm confident now that there's no way he'll hate it. It's a perfect specimen of a cake. I carefully collect the cake and bring it out to the living room for the Karasu demon. Ta-da! Look at what I brought you. Oh. Well, it looks like the way it should. The Karasu demon angles his head as he observes the cake. However, try as he might, he'll never find a flaw. Frankly, I deserve a trophy or a blue ribbon or something for making him such a beautiful strawberry cake. We'll see. Is he determined not to like it? I don't know. I see him wield his fork and turn it into the side so the edge can slice off a bite-sized piece. He places a bite of cake in his mouth and then swallows. Future stream goal, baking stream. Something with lemon. Yes, exactly. Once I get like potentially my own space and like a decent camera, then yeah, probably like hand cam baking. Yeah, why not? Why not? Hand cam baking? Why the heck not? I'd be down for that. Did you like it? He takes another bite, as if the first one hadn't been enough to decide. Still no answer. He keeps eating. I think it's safe to say that he likes this offering. For long, he's eaten the entire cake by himself, not even extending an invitation to share. He drops his fork on his empty plate. It wasn't terrible. Congratulations. Woohoo! A victory for me. But I am still hungry. Still hungry after eating an entire cake by himself? Why is he in such a hurry to make sure I don't stay happy? There aren't enough ingredients left for me to make another whole cake. Then make something else. I'm still hungry, I said. Yeesh. I collect the empty plate. Oh, we're back here again. Gonna give him a grilled cheese sandwich. Simple is best. After all, it's hard to screw up a grilled cheese sandwich. Won't take me long to get it to him either. I set aside the ingredients I needed and start up the stove. Okay. In little time at all, the sandwiches are ready. I used a little too much butter on the bread, so maybe his hands will get oily. But then again, when is there ever too much butter? They're messy, but isn't that the point? Okay. Actually, you know what? I'll eat those ones and make him another set. Okay. Still cooking.
You tell me.
Did you eat my food? How is it that I'm immediately caught the moment I come out into the room? You're a slave to your appetite, and you disgust me. Anyway, let me have it. Put the plate down. Obediently, I lower the plate in front of the Karasu demon. He leans forward to look it over, sniffing at the bread. I stay quiet all this while, holding my breath. What will happen to me if he doesn't like it? Got it. Huh? Cut this offering into pieces. It's too messy and I don't want it under my talons. Oh, what a diva. I slide the plate closer to myself and cut the sandwich into bite-sized pieces for him. He watches me suspiciously, as if he thinks I may steal his food. That's fair, though. I kind of already did. Once the sandwich has been cut, he straightens in his seat and samples the sandwich with a fork.
What's this?
This is what you stole from me? Okay, so let's read this. Samples the sandwich with a fork. What kind of human being would eat a sandwich with a knife and fork? Why? Sandwiches are meant like you can hold it with your hands and just like scarf it easily. But using a knife and fork? Eh? Why'd you do that? Uh-oh. He doesn't sound happy. It's like a popular snack food. You really don't like it? It's befitting for someone as slovenly as yourself. But to my exquisite palate, it's simply not enough. You should qualify as a meal. Why does he hate it so much? Not even bad. He's just a weird grilled cheese sandwich hater. Take it. I'll eat it in front of him then. Okay. I don't care what some snooty demon thinks about grilled cheese sandwiches. Good food is good food. I take the plate away.
Do tell me.
There's nothing left, is there? There are still some supplies left. You disappointed me. What? How? Had he or had he not devoured my entire cake by himself? Your offerings are not good enough for me. And yet you dared summon me? Don't be unreasonable. I warned you beforehand that I'm not a very good cook. Of your 3 attempts, I only found one of them edible. It's because you're too tough on the food. I'll let you whine about the Salisbury steak, but the grilled cheese sandwich was fine. You just didn't like it that way. You just didn't like that it was messy. Not edible. Since when did the situation become about appeasing you? You can't be serious. I am serious. Why do you think you can boss me around like a servant or something? Because you are a lower being, human. It's the natural order of things for you to worship. I've been patient enough towards your insolence. The demon rises from his chair, and his wings beat down once around him. The gust of air sends the remaining dishes flying from the table. Then he does it again. Second gust is more powerful, and it sends me flying back until I hit the wall behind me. I let slowly down the wall until I am down on the tatami. Aka's doppelganger comes close to me.
Do tell me.
Did you ever think to know your place? Of course supporting me should be your utmost priority. Because you summoned me here. Yeah. He sweeps a leg and kicks me in the face with a shoe. Oh my god. Why is almost half of the VN events has like the MC getting beaten up or tortured? I see stars when it makes contact. and stays there.
Do tell me.
Do you understand now? I know. Okay, let's see which one we're gonna choose. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. What I'm saying might very well land me in further trouble with him. But I can't allow him to keep looking down on humans. It doesn't matter, because I deserve respect just as much as you do. Karasu demon digs his shoe deeper into the side of my face. He leers me down before he kicks. Again. He leers me down before he kicks again at it to shove himself away. There's a scowl stuck on his face. I know I'm setting myself up for disaster, but I can't back down now. Not like this. Very well then. In that case, allow me to show you your place in this world. Karasu demon reaches for my hair and sinks his claws into my scalp when he lifts my head. I squeak in pain as they break my skin, and blood drips from the sides of my face. I squirm under his grasp before he throws me back into the ground with another sadistic laugh. Damn, these recorded laughs from the talents are so good. Human! Beg me for forgiveness, and I will reconsider your punishment. Ugh. I'm too disoriented to respond. I sit up from where I've been flung aside and slowly try to recollect myself. Did something happen? Everything abruptly goes still. I look up and see that the Karasu demon is licking the blood from his nails. He's doing that, and then... Delicious. What? I found it. I finally found it. You were useful to me after all. Whoa, you're so delicious. I can't believe I didn't think of this sooner. Now that art looks really good, but damn is it violent. As he claws past my skin and chews on whatever he can rake out from under it, I don't feel any pain. Why? Why? Is it just so painful that I don't feel anything anymore? Body is so... the body is such a strange thing. And I thought the previous one was extreme. I know, right? As I watch the Karasu demon help himself to my innards, pulling my organs from beneath my ribs like I'm a piñata full of candy. The blood stains his teeth. He gets a little stringy pieces of meat caught in every one of them, in every now and then. Close my eyes when I see him start slurping down another piece of meat. Maybe that's my liver, kidney or something. I don't know. I just... Oh no. My new favorite food. I'm going to eat an entire village. I'm going to feast. Oh my god, that sound. What have I summoned into this world? You've acquired 5 keys. Alright. Now fine, last but not least, I'm gonna check out Not Shinri. AKA the man with the lore. Let's sign again. Are you sure? Yes. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yes. Skip. Alright. Now it's time for the huntsman. So, what do you think? That's just about all I have for the seasoning, but I try to find a little salt and pepper goes a long way. Best to enjoy it fresh. A mysterious huntsman who found me lost in a forest has gone as far as to spend his day fishing for a meal. He'd be so informative and helpful to me up until now. He let me know that there's no guild called Tempest in this land. He even believed me when I said I'm probably from a parallel world. Now we're sharing what he thought under a blanket of twinkling stars. It's funny how calm I feel when I'm lost in an unknown place. After taking a bite into the side of the fish he'd prepared, I revel in its taste. Okay, let's see which one we're going to choose. Perfectly crispy and evenly roasted over our campfire. Tastes delicious. It's delicious. I can't get enough of it. Great to hear. Just make sure you chew it carefully. The bones on that type of fish can catch you off guard. I had no idea. I navigate the fish carefully with my teeth and try not to eat so fast. Surely enough, there are some hoarder pieces here and there, but the flavor of the fish is far worth the effort. I had finished the fish from the skewer with a smile on my face. I have some carrots from my town in my saddlebag too. Oh, that was the huntsman who said that. Okay. I usually share them with my house. You're welcome to have some for yourself. Saddlebag? Huntsman. Over there. Make yourself comfortable. The huntsman gestures to his steed. By a knotty old tree, a large dark horse with a mane and tail of smoke watches me from the side. Well, it watches me somehow. Though it has no eyeballs and only empty sockets, it's still actually aware of its surroundings. I'd been terrified of the horse the first time I'd seen the huntsman galloping in on it. I still don't know what to make of it, if I'm honest. You don't think I'll score, you don't think I'll score, no, you don't think I'll scare it if I approach suddenly. So here's the thing, the font is like pretty weird. Like the A, when you look at it from afar, it looks like an O with this font. Anyway, let's continue. As long as you don't throw your arms up high or something, he's fine. Why don't you try petting his shoulder? Those. I can't say I've ever pet a demonic looking horse without eyes before. I make my way over and touch the side of its shoulder. Its coat twitches under my touch, but the horse otherwise doesn't leave its spot. The G is also weird in this font for me, yeah. Yeah, it's a little weird. It's a little weird, but... He said hi, see? Really? Maybe. Maybe. I echoed the huntsman before I sipped through the saddlebag hanging off the sides of the horse. Surely enough, the carrots he mentioned before are wrapped in plastic. Horse's attention is your new snack.
Don't worry.
Don't worry. You can ignore him if you want to. He's spoiled and eats plenty. Huntsman Mound seems to be denying the claim and nudges his nose towards the carrots. Though I see the huntsman shaking his head, I am weak and unable to resist sharing. After finishing one of the sticks from the bag, I flatten my palm and offer it to the horse to eat. And spoiled yet again. He is kind of cute.
Oh, yeah?
Just don't let him know. Anyway, shall we roast the rest of those carrots? Good idea. After letting the huntsman's horse finish, I bring the remaining carrots to his side by the fire. Say, what should I call you anyway? Me? You... I don't think anyone gave me your name, right? Huntsman is quiet. I carefully roast the carrots over the fire. It's best I don't give you my name, given the circumstances. Let's just say that I'm not so popular with the royals. So you're an outlaw or something? These lands are corrupt. Just try to set things straight. That's okay. I'll just keep calling you Huntsman then. Works for me. Sorry not to share too many details. It's alright. You can call me Sai. Did I say something wrong?
Nothing.
No. Just found it a little ironic. An acquaintance hinted I may run into something and run into someone named Sai the other night. A small world, isn't it? I know your acquaintance. Do I maybe know your acquaintance? Possibly. I've had some conversations with them here and there. You've yet to meet in person. You could call us pen pals? So it's long distance. Hopefully you two get to meet someday. Maybe someday, somehow.
carrots are finished. He sprinkled some salt across them. All done. You want some too? No, that's all right. You take them. Tomorrow will be a long day for you. Should rest up. You don't have to help me get home, you know. I feel bad making you get out of your way. I frown at him from across the carrot I'm eating. And leave on your own. I can't do that. The fireplane's not too far from here. And that lord has been in chaos ever since. To put it simply, the nearest kingdom is too dangerous for a stranger on their own. Don't worry. It's no trouble at all. We need to help you return to your own world. Don't worry about it.
It'll be okay.
We'll figure it out together. I promise. A smile puts me at ease. You're very rude to refuse his help at this point, right? And it's not bad either. After exploring this world a little on my own, he'd been the only person to hear me out. Let alone be kind to me. Thank you, Huntsman. After taking turns to bathe in the river, we wrap up the night fairly early. More exhausted than I thought. It doesn't take me long before I drift off to sleep. Or at least I think I'm asleep when I hear the huntsman talking to himself. Hey, are you there? So, you can hear me too. Nobody's there, right? I don't hear another voice responding to him or her or they. Sigh arrived on my side. Me? I'm losing you. Say that again? I strain to listen harder, but there's still no other voice present. Huntsman is talking to himself outside of my tent, as if someone is there with him. I wonder if I should worry. I'm not sure.
Don't worry.
I know. Don't worry. I'll keep Sai safe. I'll try to keep you posted around this time again. Conversation with himself ends. Everything goes quiet, and I hear the huntsman shuffling over to his own tent. Too sleepy to keep pondering, I drift off into slumber. Sleep well? The huntsman greets me when I see him the next morning. I remember how unsettling it had been to hear him carry on a conversation with himself last night. Should I try bringing it up to him now? Bring it up. Actually, about that, Hmm? The concern shows on his face. Is he that worried about how much sleep I got? I slept well. I just thought that I heard you talking to someone last night. Some recognition shows on his face when I say that, probably trying to decide how to respond. Sorry, I thought I was softer than that. I was talking to myself. Did it bother you? So I was right. There really hadn't been another person there with him. I guess you could say that I was just ridiculous. I was curious. Do you do that often? Talk out loud to yourself? It was like you were having a full-on conversation. I've found lately that it helps me sort my thoughts. I'll try to be more quiet next time. I feel bad that I brought it up. Huntsman? Yes? You should know that I'm thankful for your help. I won't forget this. I'll tell everyone how you helped me and how kind a person you are. You don't have to do that. Maybe not, but I want to. If that's what you want, I won't stop you. Besides, stuck on this side, not like I want to have a choice. You shouldn't say it like that. Who knows, maybe you can find a way to let you over for visits. He's still smiling, but it doesn't reach his eyes. We'll see. The huntsman gazes across the forest. We should have breakfast soon, Sai.
It'll be okay.
Let's head down to town and see what we can find there, alright? Alright. For a moment, he pats my shoulder. He's so mysterious and kind. Just wish I could help him more. Oh, this is gonna be a bait and switch, isn't it? I wonder if I'll ever know what's passing through his mind. I will never forget the night I found you crying by yourself in the forest, Sai. You called me Shinri. Josuiji Shinri. I understood my role as your protector, as I'd known who you meant. Because prior to your arrival, Shinri's voice, as well as memories of you, the other side, had reached me. Stronger and stronger, realms apart. It didn't matter. Shinri and your guildmate companions were searching for you. And so from this side, we searched the lands together. Together on horseback, Sai. Day by day, we traversed just about all of this Elysium in hopes for finding you and way home. But we failed. We spoke to mercenaries, to peasants, and to nobility, but none of them had ever heard of another Elysium. Maybe they hadn't, but I had. It was for reasons I hadn't told you, been wanted by many kingdoms for a long time. I wonder, have you heard something called doppelganger? Uh-oh, title drop. I'm too afraid to ask. Because if I do, if the texts I'd stolen from a certain king turn out to be true, it means that in order to leave this place, you have to... let's say thank you for today. Thank you for today. You searched just about everywhere together, didn't we? I know you said you want help, but I wouldn't blame you for stopping at this point. Still feeling bad about it, I see. You worry too much about me. But for someone like me, it's fine not to, son. Then again, that must be something you learned from your world. From the other me and your guildmates.
Don't worry.
No need for that.
It'll be okay.
Promised I'd help to find your way back. I'm a man of my word. Words put you at ease. I watch as you huddle closer to our campfire and adjust the blanket over your shoulders. Two of us seem to have developed a routine by now. Just you and me, no one other than ourselves. Some people go their whole lives without knowing this kind of simple happiness. I thought I would be. How long has it been since you arrived? As I'd come to enjoy your presence so much, I'd lost track of time, stopped counting. Maybe it's been a couple of weeks now. Or had it been longer? Do you remember how long it's been since we started looking? No, I forgot. So you feel the same. I guess I stopped paying attention. I'll get back eventually. And this isn't terrible. You've been a good friend to me. I realize no one said that to me before. I can't recall a time anyone has referred to me as their friend. I pull on the brim of my hat. I forgot to keep account, too. I suppose it can't be helped. Right? Anyway, you take your turn bathing first tonight. I need to make some preparations for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
Tomorrow? A few days ago when I asked you about your birthday, you couldn't tell me. Ah, that. How can I explain that my memory doesn't go that far back? It's like, this world is. I thought that was really sad, Huntsman.
Oh, yeah?
Did you? Of course you. So we're celebrating your birthday tomorrow. Birthday going forward will be the 21st of February. Forget, okay? You say so. I tell you that I don't need it. You're too excited for me to try and stop you. I'll take a bath now. Good. Take your time. Moonlight makes the river... Excuse me. Moonlight makes the river shine silver. I take my time in the water. Okay, this music works with him really well. My hair sticks to the nape of my neck when I wash it. Then I think about how you'd call me your friend. You'd have gone so far as to make up a birthday for me, too. What if we were happy like this? You didn't want to go back anymore. No, can't think like that. It's not right for you to stay here. can't believe the thoughts are even surfacing in my mind right now. Close my eyes to try and escape them. When I do, I see a memory. One of his memories. It's morning. Shinri is happy and sharing a pot of coffee with you and your friends. Someone with 2 different colored eyes spills on himself, and his pet jingles loudly as it flees the splash. A man with blonde hair is arm wrestling with a smaller man in a ponytail. A young man in white and blue is carrying a still sleeping redhead teammate into the room on his back. Did he just not want to wake me up? Seems like it. Let's give him 30 minutes. I see things for what they are. Life together with me in this miserable parallel world would never compare to something like the life you had before. So I'll send you home. I'll send you somewhere happier without hesitation. According to that text I'd stolen from the ice plane about the project called Doppelganger, I know exactly what I'm doing. I have to help you finish this route we're trapped in. Today is the huntsman's birthday. Since he told me he couldn't remember his real one, I thought it might be fun to try celebrating today. He doesn't know it, but I managed to prepare a gift. I'm excited to give it to him. Only I could actually find him. He's not in his tent. Weird. Huntsman, are you there? Aside from me, our camp is empty. His horse is gone. I have a sinking feeling in my stomach. Let's look into the forest. I searched the deeper parts of the forest for him, but there's no sign of him anywhere. Huntsman? I called for him again, and I'm still not met with a response. Do I feel like something terrible has happened to him? No, I can't panic. I need to stay calm. Let's go to town. I hurry from the forest to the meadows I remember. Huntsman! What I see next is... No! The huntsman is lying on the ground. An arrow protrudes from his chest. His dark hair is pulled around his head, and his hat sags from its usual position. His blood stains the blades of grass beneath him a dark, gritty red. As he looks at me, I see it dribbling down on the side of his mouth as well. How long has it been like this? Yeah, that's so sad. Shinri doesn't deserve this. Or even if it's not real Shinri, Shinri doesn't deserve this. He's such a sweetheart. Who did this to you? I fall to his side. Can't believe my eyes. I'm sorry. I didn't want you to see. As far as I reach for the arrow in his chest, the huntsman touches the side of my wrist to stop me. Listen to me. It's okay. It's not okay. You need help. Sigh. My eyes are flooding with tears. I can't stand the sight of him hurting like this. Am I too late? Can he still be saved? Don't cry. This may not make sense to you, but I did this to myself. I did this to send you home. He's such a sweetheart that they made him the only one not hurt us. Exactly. Exactly. Even like when you watch Shinri and he likes being like playing horror games, like the scariest of horror games, and you just feel like he's just very kind, very kind. Like, you know, everyone, you know, he's a little bit like unhinged when he's hanging out with the boys, but
he's trying his best to like be as chill and welcoming to his community as much as he can. I never wanted this. My throat is burning. I hiccup and sob, unable to keep myself under control. I've only seen some of his Twitter activity, and he seems like such a supportive person. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's definitely supportive of the boys. And if you ever want to watch an archive of stuff that he played before, let me see. Let me tell you a game that you're familiar with, which I find like interesting from his point of view compared to the one that you actually watched, and that is Slay the Princess. He actually played Slay the Princess as well, alongside like other talents. And well, I played Slay the Princess too. But his Slay the Princess playthrough is a little bit more nuanced, especially when it comes to lore. So if you enjoyed that game, I definitely recommend that stream, for example. Don't cry anymore, okay?
Sorry.
I don't want you to cry on my birthday. I'll keep it in mind, yeah. He musters his strength to smile. Even now, he's thinking of me. Your birthday was supposed to be today. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I wanted to do something special for you. And smile at me. How can I? You can't now. And smile at him, the other me, on the other side. Because this won't be the last time I see you. I see you through him. Do you understand? I see the shine disappearing from his eyes. His death seems so long, so painful. Trust me, all right? This has to happen. Believe him. I must believe in what he says. I inhale shakily and nod. I believe you. I trust you. He lays his head back on the grass. Even that movement seems excruciating for him. To his left are his bow and his arrows. And though I believe this must happen, because he tells me so. His bow and arrow, I could help him. I could. Could I? You don't have to. He's still so kind. He'd allow me to leave him here, but I can't do that to him. I will. I rise from where I crouched, when I'm crouched, lightheaded from crying. Like the arrows, raise the bow in my hands. End his suffering. Oh. I aim between his eyes. His smile finally met them this time. Oh, I want to help him. Don't want him to hurt anymore. Most importantly, I want to smile for him on the other side. I draw the bow and he is dead. Happy birthday, Huntsman. Okay. We have acquired 6 keys. Okay, now we have all the keys, right? Oh. Oh, I don't see any of them. Okay, what happens now? Yes. Wait. Skip? Is there isn't any other door? Hold on. Okay, let's see what happens here. Alright, I'm gonna go with Altairs and see what happens. Do we need to go back to Regis? I said we returned, we have the 6 keys. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we're back with Altair now. Okay. Just gonna skip through it. See what happens. Roughly. I'd rather die than give you the keys. I'd rather die than give you the keys. I went through a lot of them. Kick me around all you want. Never understand what I went through for them. So you admit you have them then? I don't know what they're for yet, but I'll never give them to you. Is that a challenge?
Very well.
You're quite stubborn. We're not finished here until you give the keys to me. My heart sinks into my stomach with dread when I see him draw the weapon from his hip. His blade edge gleams blue and he brings it down over my side. Uh-oh. Ugh.
Listen to me.
The keys. Ugh. The demon stabs at the back of my arm with his weapon, his expression relaxed. As I roll to try and bat him off me, I see that some of my blood has splashed on his cheek. Huh? Is it the same? Oh, my head is spinning. More than a deposit on the floor, I muster all my strength to try and crawl away from him. I need to get back. Guilt. Tempest. Pain. Losing the ability to understand what is happening. This torture. Am I dead yet? What now? I've acquired 6 keys. Okay. Ah, there you are. Okay, so I have 6 keys now. Let's see. There it is. Truth. Okay, let's go here. What was my name? Yes. In the vast darkness, another door appears to you. A mysterious door with 6 keyholes, each of them with a different jewel-colored lining. As you approach it now, you know where it'll lead. After all, you've been through a lot to get here. You remember many stories you witnessed and played a part in. Huntsmen's, the Karasu demons, the abandoned automations, the showmans, exiled princes, the demon kings. All 6 keys you worked so hard to collect dissipate into the abyss. A lock clicks. You finally open the door. Oh. Okay, that's all the CGs. Almost home. Wait for me, guys. I wake up beneath the shade of a large tree. Is this the start of another twisted story? I don't know anymore. My whole body is sore, and there are knots in my back. I take a deep breath. This place looks like Elysium. Looks like a meadow not too far off from the guild hall, actually, but... Sigh, that you? Did it work? They're back! Look, I see them over there. For real? Move out of the way, Bettel. Why single me out like that? Everyone else is in your way, too. Wait, did we really find Sai? I was worried we were going to have to make signs for a missing person. Finally! Now that we found Sai, we can call this done and get the Halloween party started like we wanted to. As the Tempest Guild members come closer to me, I prop myself upright at the base of the tree. I'm stunned at a loss of words. Oh, look at them. They're all the originals. As I've experienced so many tragedies, I don't even know what to say to them. They believe me if I told them what I saw? Had I just conked out there and seen a series of different nightmares? No, they definitely been real. Can't believe otherwise. Sorry everyone for making you worry. How long have you guys been looking for me? Way too long. By that I mean a couple of days now. That's a very cute CG. Oh, definitely. Are you alright? Look like you've been through it. Want me to carry you back? I didn't even approach this subject. Was I here the whole time? What did I look like when you saw me? You looked like you were sleeping just now, but you definitely weren't here the whole time. I searched most of Elysium for you after you were gone too long. Yeah, Altair sent me and Shinri out this way to check yesterday. Didn't see it then, but maybe we just didn't notice? Who knows? No, that's not it. I was over here 2 or 3 times when we looked. So I must have really disappeared, then reappeared here. I physically wound up on the other side, just like I thought. And now, after experiencing those 6 different tragedies, I'm back here. I don't know how to even begin explaining what happened to the boys, so I'll save it for another day. Now, I'm just relieved to be back. Things are going to be okay now. I missed them. I miss these guys so much. Had some really bad dreams. Really, really bad dreams. Don't know why I was out so long. That's about all I can say. That's okay. I get it. Understand that feeling too. 2 of them look at each other as if they know something I don't before they look at me again. Come to think of it, and if their doppelgangers had come into contact with their other selves? Allegedly? I guess I'll just find an opportunity to ask them one day. Let's not beat around the bush. You should get up out of the dirt. So are we still going to the open the hall for the party? I think it can't hurt. It's a good way to welcome Sai back. Oh, right. You got to send out the sound system up for the karaoke. Come on, Sai. Let's get you back inside. Boys help me up from the grass and lead me towards the guild hall. When I'm on both feet, I'm met by a group hug. Some of them muss my hair or tease me, but I don't pay attention because I'm home. I'm home. Finally home. I'm where I belong. Can't even describe how relieved I am, how good that feels. As the Tempest Guild Hall slowly comes into view, I look forward to a Halloween spent together with my friends. That's it. Nice. Produced by All the Stars EN Team. Oh, wait. That's it? Wait, did I skip it? Hold on, let's check the credits. Okay. I guess we probably skipped it, but... Produced by the Hollow Stars ENT. Game director, Baby Bird Mane. Scenario writer, Baby Bird Mane. Programming, Chihuahua Mane. UI design, Chihuahua Mane as well. Art management, Neko Mane. QC, Toki Mane and Shika Mane. All Stars EN director, Gori Mane. Yeah, they're all types of animals here. Character designer, Hakuseki. Background artist, Yasu Dagabo. Suzuki, Crown, and Seki Ike. The kinetic text tags credit by Watson. Picture gallery credit by Phoenix. Let's see the gallery. Yeah. Let's see profiles. Yeah, I think that's it. Yep. We cleared the VN. All right. Nice. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Lasting at around 3 hours. It's pretty good. I wish it had full voice acting, considering it's not that full. It's not that long, but I guess, of course, accounts are pretty busy and they can't spend most of the time voice acting for a small project like this. But I'm still glad that it's actually a thing, and I hope they make more. It doesn't have to be like alternate world stuff, but yeah. VNs are cool, and this VN is very cool. And it's like a kind of a bit of a love letter to the fans of Holostars EN Tempest. Because there's like a scattering of the little references in there, like the woo, yeah, woo that Haka does, and Altair's height, for example. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice to see. But yeah, thank you guys for watching either live or via the archives. Tomorrow we'll be playing Tekken 7 again. I'll be trying the super spy, the French super spy, Victor Chevalier, and see how easy he is to play. Because people say, like, out of the new characters, him, Reina, and Azucena, he's pretty easy to play. So, we'll try him out. Before release, I wasn't too interested in him, but, you know, I'll give him a check. Why not? He has, like, an energy gun. He has, like, he has knives. He has scimitars. He has an energy blade. So that wouldn't be too bad, right? Yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to trying him tomorrow. The few streams I've seen so much Reina. Yeah! Reina, to be fair, Reina is very cool, right? She's probably one of the coolest new characters that ever shown up in the Tekken franchise. But here's the thing. She's not easy to play. So if I ever get to pick up Reina and play her on stream, it's going to take a while in order to understand this character. Because she's not just a Mishima. She doesn't have like, she just doesn't have like the Mishima step in order to do the Earth Wind God Fist. But she has different stances, multiple stances, in fact. So she's going to take a little bit of time to like fully absorb her play style. But she is 100% cool. I still stand by that fact that she is goddamn cool. But we'll see. Tomorrow, though, we'll just be testing out Victor. And yeah, stances. Yeah. Stances. You can switch and like with different strings, you can switch into another stance, and those stances have follow-ups. Yeah, quite a lot to unpack when it comes to Reina. So, but hopefully one day I'll try to give her a shot on stream. Well, yeah, regarding the time, it'll probably be the same time as I put on the schedule, 5 p.m. GMT. Or 12 a.m. GMT plus 7, or 2 a.m. JST. And for the PST people, I think it's 9 a.m. PST, if I'm correct. Yeah. Anyway, that's all from me for today. I hope you all have a great evening or afternoon, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.